Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Karen Rice. I'm going to be painting a semi-abstract watercolour landscape, and I'm going to be using lots of interesting techniques, including using a palette knife of all things and a plastic card. I'm going to be spraying with my spritzer bottle and using all these exciting techniques, and I'm going to hope you're going to find there's a little bit of art therapy and get those watercolour paints out, and let's start experimenting. For a full list of the colours I'm using and all my materials, please click show more or the down arrow, and it will take you to the description where it will have a full list of all the materials I'm using and the colours and colour alternatives. So check that out. It also has Amazon links so you can actually purchase some of the materials that I'm using. If you see from the reference photograph, I've drawn the scene in. It's mountains with some land and then a road leading to the mountains. I've masked out some of the snow on the mountains and let that dry. And now I've wet the sky all around the mountains, give it a thorough soak. I'm using my black velvet brush, size 14. And now I mixed up a little bit of yellow with a tiny touch of red. And I'm painting the horizon of the sky, wet in wet, just putting it on with this lovely round brush, really loading my brush and painting the cloud that's in front of the mountain as well, wet in wet. And I've used a little bit of burnt sienna as well. Now I'm mixing up a little bit now of the phthalo blue with some ultramarine, and I'm going to paint this wet in wet using the size 14 brush. Really try to let your paints do something magical. Watch what happens with the watercolour. You know, try to experiment. This is hot press paper, so it kind of gives you lots of different sort of effects. It gives you back runs because it's so smooth, the paint just glides. And I'm just giving it a little tilt now just to see what happens, and have your kitchen towel or tissue on standby just to mop up. So I'm just painting the path now. I've wet it first and I've mixed up the yellow, a little bit of the burnt sienna and a touch of blue, and I'm painting this path now wet in wet. This is the fun bit. I'm actually using a palette knife. Can you believe it? With watercolour painting, it's so much fun to do. So I've mixed up a bit of the phthalo blue, a touch of the pink, a little bit of ultramarine, some darks really, and I'm just sort of, it's straight from the tube, and I'm painting this wet on dry in the mountain area. And as you saw there, I just dip my palette knife into the water to dilute the paint and just watch the magic happen. It's so therapeutic, this style of painting. You have to kind of be open to happy accidents. Just see what happens. Don't be sort of worried about the results. Enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. if you would like to see a longer, more informative video with lots more tips and techniques with fuller explanations, why not think about joining my Patreon channel membership? More details about this membership will be in the description below. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me and put them in the comments section. Thank you. As you can see here, I'm actually using the pipette and I'm drizzling it on this gorgeous ultramarine with the alizarin crimson and the phthalo blue and letting all the paint run to the right. So I'm going to continue painting with the palette knife using burnt sienna, alizarin crimson, the ultramarine with a bit of phthalo turquoise and a touch of yellow. I'm just having fun. I'm having a play, you know, just messing around with the watercolours to see what happens. So as you can see here, I'm actually using the plastic card. It's just a store card cut up, and I'm just applying the paint with it on a wet surface just to see what happens. You know, it's quite a freeing up experience to use other tools rather than brushes to apply watercolor paint. That was so much fun. What I'm doing now is I'm using my large size 14 brush and I'm applying a little bit of the burnt sienna with a touch of alizarin crimson, and I'm sort of dropping this into the damp paper and just sort of drizzling it in and just seeing what happens. There's so much warmth in this land. I love the comparison between those cool mountains and this lovely hot earth. And I'm trying to capture that, you know, in the watercolor. And these colors are wonderful actually, because you've got primary colors. You've got your yellow, you've got your warm red, you've got your cool red, a cool blue, a warm blue, and then you've got the brown. And it's a really nice combination to be able to get all these striking colors. So time for the spritzer bottle. I'm just giving it a little spray just to soften that edge and let that colour run down into the road. It creates lovely colour harmony and the potential to create some happy accidents as well. The painting has dried out now, and I'm just painting some of the mountain colour beneath that low cloud. Just a little bit at the bottom there, just to give it a little bit of detail and also to bring the cloud out. I'm being quite careful now, so I'm using my size 4 brush because it's quite a sort of tricky area to paint in there. And what I'm doing now is I'm using my large size 14 brush again and mixing up the burnt sienna with a touch of the alizarin crimson, with a touch of ultramarine and a little bit of yellow, and I'm just laying a glaze over the foreground, being careful not to disturb the surface below, but allowing some of those colours to shine through. The beauty of watercolour is you can use these soft brushes and paint transparent glazes over the top and have those shining through. I'm doing the same thing on the right hand side, allowing that underpainting to come through as well. Just decided just to keep the road really simple, so I've just put a few marks in the foreground larger, and as it goes into the distance, little dots, so you've got that little bit of perspective. I've removed the framing tape. I really like doing that because I can really see if I need to do any more. So I've decided to give it a little spatter in the right and left hand corners of the painting with a mixture of the red and yellow with my size 4 brush, just to finish off and to stop me from painting. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. It's had so many exciting techniques. It's creative and it's playful. And I hope you have a little go, even if you just use the back of an old painting, just to loosen up, just to enjoy watercolour painting. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll get updates of my latest videos. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments section below. If you would like to know more about the Patreon membership or the YouTube channel membership, please contact me in the comments section. Thank you again for watching. Happy painting. Bye for now.